Bunker. Written by Narcissia Netal. Edited by Maddie Becker. First year anniversary audiobook edition. Act 1, Scene 1. We're not here to be loved. We open to 3 police officers standing outside a bunker. The bunker doors are rusted and boarded, up with locks. It's in the middle of the night, maybe centuries old. The police officers are responding to a call from an unknown source. Sounds have been coming from this bunker for about a month now, and it was just now reported. Little do they know what they're in for. Logan. Well, this is the middle of nowhere. Harold. I wonder who's reported it. Looks at the report. Mike. Should be Crick. Hopefully it is. It smells like decay. Logan. Well, let's cut these locks. Go inside, check it out, leave. My shift ends in an hour. Mike. I'll go get the bolt cutter and axe. Let's get back in time for the donut party. Leaves. A foul stench fills the air, along with this dreadful feeling. Something feels off, but they are ignoring it. Mike comes back. Let's cut open this son of a bitch. I was supposed to clock out 30 minutes ago. Logan, let me knock. God knows they're already on my ass over legality and shit. Pounds. Hello? Cleveland PD? Is anyone in there? Hello? They all wait a second before Mike scoffs. Mike! I swear if this is a goddamn prank call, I'm gonna personally find the caller. Cut off the locks even though it seems dead. Harold. Smells like it too. They cut the locks as they bounce off the bunker doors. They enter the bunker. At the bottom of the stairs is a mangled arm ensnared in a bear trap, rotten, and it has dried blood. They can hear a mumbling, but they're not sure what it's from. On the wall, written dried blood, it says, "We're not here to be loved." Mike, what the actual fuck? They walk to the side room. Dim light showing dried blood and 2 sock puppets, torn apart and bloody. They see a man in dirty, cut-up clothing, with gauze wrapped around his arm. He's talking to the wall, though it's in incoherent speech. Harold pulls out a gun. Cleveland PD, hands up, where I could see them. We're not here to be loved. No, never loved. You didn't love me. You are a slut for attention. You rap parts stink better every day. Stinking better. You're so much better with that engraved smile, aren't you? Harold. Hands up now. Millions of people are tormented. Somewhat a blessing. Isn't that right, Catherine? You're always talking. Shut up! That's why I stitched your mouth shut, you whore! I was tired of hearing your dissonant voice. He turns around with a bloody sock puppet with googly eyes and brown yarn from the top, the drawn-on lips sewn and stapled. He looks up. Oh, hello. Who are you here for, officers? They tackle him and detain him, and they call their sergeant. Act 1, Scene 2. The first interview. Part 1. The strange man is in an interrogation room. He has been given new clothes, cleaned up, and tended to. Officers stand outside, wondering what the hell is going on. A professionally dressed female enters the room, a detective. She smiles and sits across from him, setting her yellow notebook on the table. Cyril. Can I get you anything? No, I'm quite fine. Cyril, do you know why you're here? Catherine called the police. The bitch never knew how to shut her mouth. That's why I stitched her goddamn mouth shut. Cyril. Who is Catherine? She's this annoying voice, always looking for attention. She's an attention whore, and she never shuts up, right? I mean, her voice is so loud and it's dissonant. I just had to shut her up. I couldn't take any more of that voice. It just kept stabbing her dick, stabbing it down to my bones. So I stitched her mouth shut. Cyril then looks at his hands, which has stab marks and butterfly bandages. She remembers then, when he entered, the sock, who is presumably Catherine, was stitched to his hand. She just now gets a wretched taste of what she is in for. Cyril. So, what is your name? Dave. Did I say that? Everything's happening so fast. He's dazed and confused, spaced out and hysterically manic. Cyril writes that down. And your age. Dave. What's age? Cyril stares at him blankly and sits there for a moment. She writes 30 on the paper. Cyril. In your own words, can you tell me why you're here today? Dave. Where is here? Cyril, you're at the police precinct. Let me rephrase. What led up to what officers saw in that bunker? Dave. Christ, where do I even begin? Act 1, Scene 3. Flashback. Normalcy. Dave is laying on a rotten bed, dressed in the same clothing as before. He gets up. The bunker is not bloody, but is still rotten and disgusting. As a sock puppet lays on the dresser, he picks it up and puts it on his, smiling at it. The sock puppet has yellow yarn sticking out of its head and blue googly eyes. Dave. Good morning, Tiffany. Cup of coffee? He looks at the sock puppet, staring at it, and then moving its mouth as if it's talking. Tiffany. Yes, please, sweetie. How did you sleep? Well? Dave. You bet. I have everything I need from this bunker and more. I wonder how Luke is doing. He puts down the sock puppet and walks into the main room, smiling as he enters the room, where a sock puppet with stitches in its hands lays on the table, both chairs having dead bodies laying in them, rotten and decayed. He picks up the sock puppet. How are you, Luke? He moves the sock puppet as if it's talking. Luke. I'm good. Good morning, champ. He left the saw under the table. Dave. Thanks, Luke. Let's get the coffee prepared. He picks up the saw under the table, bloody and moldy. He smiles and goes over to the coffee maker and makes a cup of coffee. He turns around and faces the room. We see the room, the two dead bodies at the table, the pounds of coffee, the huge amounts of water bottles. He has been here for a while. But one thing sticks out. One of the sock puppets in a cage. The sock puppet is bloody with beast-like eyes and stitches over its mouth. The cage has been duct taped shut. The coffee is done. Dave. Coffee's done, Tiffany. Luke. Good job, champ. Dave walks to the bedroom and grabs the puppet. He smiles and puts it on the other hand and walks to the coffee pot, dipping his hand in the scalding hot coffee. He winces in pain. Dave. Just how you like it. Luke. Good job. Now eat your breakfast. Dave. You got it, Luke. He sets down the puppets and walks to the table with the saw. In his eyes, he picks up the saw and starts cutting off a finger. The hand is missing 2 fingers, and the other arm doesn't even have a hand. Chunks of flesh have been ripped out, presumably eaten. He starts eating the flesh. His blood drips from his mouth onto the table. He smiles, eating down to the bone, and he walks over and throws the bone with the other 2 fingers. Dave. All right, let's go check on Stacy. He walks over to another sock puppet, this time purple and with long red hair, not ginger. It lays in front of drawings and a huge pack of crayons. He puts it on, smiles. Dave. How are you, Stacy? Imitates the sock puppet talking. Stacy. Good. Can I finish the drawing I started yesterday, big brother? Dave. Of course, Stacy. What are you drawing? Stacy. You. He starts drawing with the crayons, smiling. The picture is poorly drawn, and it's a drawing of a child. This child is dirty and does not have clean clothes, as he hums to himself, smiling. The bunker smells rotten, and he casually glances to the sock puppet in the cage, almost with a look of fear. Dave. All right. I have to feed the beast. Stacy, good luck. He sets down the sock puppet and gets a solemn expression. He walks over to the rotting plant and tears off a moldy, fungus-ridden leaf. He cautiously walks over to the sock puppet. He cowers as he slowly walks to it, absolutely afraid of the sock puppet, his heart beating and his breath racing to catch up with his heart. He eventually makes it to the cage, putting the leaf in. He slowly backs away. then runs to his bedroom, where we see another sock puppet laying on a desk. She is decorated with fake flowers and has purple googly eyes. He picked her up, looking terrified. Dave, I fed the beast. I fed him. I'm terrified. What if it comes for me? It doesn't understand. All I could hear is crying as it echoes off the walls. Pressed his ears hard, disturbed, into my audio intake holes. He makes sock puppet talk. Julia, it's all right. Hush, hush. You're a hummingbird in a garden of beautiful flowers. You're safe. Breathe, breathe. Dave regulates his breathing while glancing at a drawing of a fish in the ocean, repeating, I am a fish. I am a fish. I am a fish. I am a fish. Julia, how do you feel now? Dave, rejuvenated. Julia, good, good. Take a deep breath. Collect your thoughts. Dave takes some deep breaths, collecting himself as he takes the sock puppet off, walking to the main room. Going to a bottle of water that has a hole cut in the top of it, he waters the moldy, rotten plant. Dave, there you go, though, buddy. You're so pretty. The fungus suits you well. Glances at the cage again, then walks over to another poorly built shelf and pulls out a children's book. Ah, there. My favorite. Walks to the table, smiling. He sits down and starts reading. Act 1, Scene 4, Crime Scene 1. We see the bunker doors with a whole bunch of police officers standing outside of it. Caution tape has been put around the trees nearby. The original 3 officers are gone, and now they all stand there, trying to piece together what has happened here. A female officer shows up to the scene and stands next to 2 other officers, both holding cups of coffee. Eileen, quite the day. Neon, you can say that again. Eileen, can you explain to me what the hell happened here? Neon, well, we're not quite sure. 3 officers unlocked the bunker doors, which was boarded and locked shut from the outside. Walked down, found a mangled arm ensnared in a bear trap, as you typically do. They detained a man who they said was showing signs of some sort of mental illness, who had a sock puppet on his hand, sewed to his hand. Also, 2 bodies were found at the table, mangled. I'm guessing he was surviving off of that, because as we typically do. The walls were covered in blood, with one of them saying, we're not here to be loved, whatever that means. Additionally, there was a cage, but it was unlocked with no traces of whatever was kept inside of there. Hell of a story. Hopefully the press doesn't get word of this. I'm gonna need therapy. Takes a sip of coffee, collecting his thoughts. Aileen, that's disturbing. Do we know who the bodies are? Neon, we're not too sure. We think it may be the guy's parents, but we're unsure. We also found children's books on a makeshift shelf. He's been down here a while. Aileen, how long would you guess? Neon, not sure. We aren't even sure of his age. We assume he may be in his 30s? Aileen, I hope the officers that responded to this have therapists. Ugh. Neon, yeah, me too. This is one hell of a way to start your shift. Takes another sip of coffee as another officer walks up with a thing of coffee. Lakia, looks like we're going to need this tonight. Hands the coffee and walks away. Aileen, on the plus side, at least I get paid overtime. Do we have any evidence for this crime? Whatever crime this is. Neon, yeah, over here. Leads to them to a series of bags on the ground. We found a garbage bag full of bones, a hacksaw, a bunch of sock puppets, and the cage. Brace yourselves, it's going to be a long night. Aileen, yeah, I've realized. Guessing he's been detained now? Neon, yeah. Aileen, so whoever put him in there wanted to keep him in? I mean, nobody locks the outside of a bunker. Usually you lock the inside. Who and why was somebody trying to keep him in? Neon, we don't know. There's also a safe covered in a Sharpie saying, no touchies, mommies. So maybe your answer right in there? Aileen, God, this is deranged. Neon, you're telling me. A van shows up from a local news reporting station, and 2 officers look at it and take a big breath, stressed about everything. Act 1, Scene 5, the first interview, Part 2. The interviewer is sitting with her legs crossed across from Dave. Dave has a glass bottle of Coca-Cola and a small meal. Cyril, so you're telling me you did not kill those 2 bodies we found? Dave, no! They had been there for a while. There was no food, and I had to eat. Mommy always taught me to be resourceful. Cyril, how long you been in there? Dave, since birth. Mommy wanted to protect me. Cyril, what did Mommy look like? Dave, blonde hair. It was so long and beautiful. Brown eyes. She always wore skirts and t-shirts. She left me a while ago. Told me to never leave the bunker. Cyril, so who are the bodies? Dave, I don't know. Daddy told me I needed friends. That's why I was down there. I wonder how Stacy is doing. Cyril, what did Daddy look like? Dave, bald, always wearing a tank top and beat-up jeans. How is Stacy doing? Did she finish her drawing? Cyril, who is Stacy? She writes down the details on Dave's mom and dad. Dave, my sister, she lives inside my head, but she asked for a body. I took a sock and gave her one. She's wonderful. Cyril, and how old is she? Dave, 5. Cyril, writes that down. And for exactly how long have you been living off the bodies? Dave, I can't remember when I ran out of canned food. Luke told me that the bodies are food. I thought it was wrong, but the pain was too much. I was so hungry, I just needed food. So I searched around for a saw, I took a nibble. I hated the taste at first, but then I grew to like it. Luke really cares about me. He smiles and eats the meal. Cyril, who is Luke? Dave, my adoptive father. See, when Daddy left, he started talking. He said if he had a body like Stacy, he could protect me. He protected me from the beast. Cyril tilts her head in confusion. The beast. Dave, a look of pure fear, and starts acting hysterical. The beast! Oh God, the beast! He's so loud, he's so horrible! I had to lock him in a cage. He wanted to be quiet. His fingers wiggled on my hair and tried to pull out my brain. I tried to control him. But no, he didn't like that. Cyril, try to calm down, Dave. Is there anything you do to calm down? Dave, usually Julia talks to me. She is now, well, she is upset too. Cyril, why is that? Dave, her body is gone. Cyril, and why? Dave, the beast cut her up and threw her into the garbage. She needs a body. Cyril, and where is the beast now? Dave starts having a mental breakdown, shaking back and forth, mumbling, "We're not here to be loved." Cyril, hey, calm down. Calm down. You're safe. Do you need a second, Dave? Dave nods, hugging himself. Cyril, would it be helpful if we let you make a body for Julia? Dave slows down and looks at Cyril childlike. Yes. Cyril knocks on the door and the officer walks in. Smiling at the officer, Cyril asks the officer to grab a sock of grilly eyes. The officer looks at her confused. Dave continues eating, and the officer walks out. Cyril, do you need anything else for Julia? Dave, I think she will be happy enough with a normal body. She's so cold. She keeps saying she's so cold. An officer walks in with a sock and some googly eyes, gives them to Cyril, along with a frappuccino. He walks out, closing the door. She hands the sock and googly eyes to Dave. Dave starts assembling a sock puppet. He finishes putting it on his hand and making it talk. Julia, thank you, honey. How are you? Dave, I just needed your presence. Julia, of course, sweetheart. Whatever you need. Know I love you as your big sister. Dave, I know. Thank you for always being here. Cyril catches on and looks at the puppet, coming up with an idea. Cyril, so Julio, where is the beast? Julia, it ran off trying to escape. It always wanted to obey its mother's orders. Cyril, those being? Julia, stay in the bunker. It's safe. We're not there to be loved, but to be protected. The beast was obsessed with leaving. It cut off a piece of food and used it to get past the bear traps, but it couldn't get out. Cyril, writes that down. And where is it now? Dave, I duct taped him to a fan and left it running to teach him a lesson. Oh, the screams, the way they bounce off the walls. I couldn't escape it no matter what I tried. Cyril, I'm gonna step out and make some calls. Are you two going to be okay? Julia, we should be. Act 1, Scene 6, Crime Scene 2. The police officers, Eileen and Nain, are in the bunker. Both are wearing masks and looking around as one person takes pictures. Eileen, Jesus, these bodies have been here a while, haven't they? Are those maggots? Neon, I feel like you don't want me to answer that. They walk over to the safe tucked in the corner. Eileen, so that's the safe you mentioned. Neon, yeah, we have no idea what the code is or what's in it. An investigator, dressed formal, walks in and looks at the bodies. So here's the bodies in question. Eileen faces him. Guessing you're a private detective. Yeah, sorry. I should introduce myself. I'm Hami, a homicide detective. Seems like the press aren't the only ones feeding. Looks at the bodies and extends his hand. Eileen shakes Homie's hand. Yeah, unfortunately. We had to call in to keep them at the barricades. They weren't really happy with that. Homie, I can imagine. I was briefed on what happened. Can I look at the bodies? Eileen, I'm not going to stop you. Not sure if you want to. They both chuckle. Hami inspects the bodies. Did you guys find a gun? Eileen, no. Why? Homie, there's a gunshot wound. If there's no gun down here, then that means these bodies weren't killed by him. They all look at Homie, coming to that revelation. Eileen, someone get the forensic guys in here. Let's see if there's a bullet in there. Neon walks off to get someone, and Homie looks around. Homie, also, he was locked in here, right? Eileen, yeah. Homie, these bodies look like they have been here for a while. I don't think he killed them. I think whoever is behind this, those are the people who not only locked him down here, but killed the two people he was eating. That would explain his parents. Where are his parents? I'd like to see this family package, this family deal. Eileen, we don't know. He's being questioned right now. Homie, because if you look at the table, it has head protectors. It stops a toddler or child from running into the corner. Looks at the children books. Plus, he had a myriad of books. No one would keep these if there wasn't a child. He's been here a while. It couldn't have been him. I'd carbon date the bodies, find out how long they have been in here. That would answer two questions. How long the bodies have been in here, and an estimate of how long he has been down here. The forensic analyst comes down with some pliers and walks up to the bodies, pulling out a bullet, proving Homie's point. Eileen, so you're right. Homie, we can also look for aging on the bullet. Hopefully identify this body in the bullet. Act 2, Scene 1, Welfare Call. Cyril is standing outside with the police precinct on the phone with the sergeant. Cyril, sir, I don't think he killed the two bodies we found. I mean, it doesn't make sense. He doesn't even know them. I think we need to make this a mental health arrest. He's not fully there. Sergeant, I mean, he's our only suspect, but given the circumstances, I believe you. I'll make some calls. Can you tell me who you would think killed the two bodies? Cyril, I'm led to believe it may be his parents. I just don't think he did it. It's not adding up. Sergeant, I told you Ugh, this coffee's messing with my mind. I told you I believe you. I'll see what I can do and call you back. If the press shows up, you are not to talk to them. They've been pestering officers on the scene. Searle hangs up the phone and looks up to the sky. Who would have done such a thing? I mean, why? Who are the parents? And am I working in Dave's best interests? I mean, time after time I have seen killers, rapists, gangsters, but nothing matches this. Who would do this to a man? A man, stereotypically supposed to be a pillar. Not that they're not allowed to show weakness, but they shouldn't be built up. Built up to be failures. They should be built up to be human beings. Functioning human beings. This is much more than just a sick man. This is a tormented man. This was done on purpose. I mean, he knows nothing of modern society. I hope the mental health system can do what it's supposed to do. Usually I'm swayed to not have empathy for the people I've interviewed, but this isn't a man. This is a child stuck in a prison. And hopefully I didn't just reinforce the walls to the cold, concrete prison that could be the mental health system. God, you have been with me all my life. Be with him now. He is just a boy. Act 2, Scene 2, Crime Scene 3. There are many people at the caution tape. Most of them are reporters. They are like swarms of flies to a pile of garbage. Some are trying to sneak past the tape and get a clear shot at the bunker, but police are keeping them at bay. Not only frustrated with the fact that they have no suspect now, but frustrated that the press won't back off. Eileen, back off! I'll have you all arrested for obstructing a crime scene. Don't test me. Back off, I said. She walked up to the tape and made a shoving motion. We will answer your questions when ready. Let us do our jobs. That will help you do yours. News reporters 1. Do you have a suspect? What could lead someone to do this? What's the name of this man? Eileen, back away. We will answer when we are ready. Respect our tape. News reporter 2. When will the sergeant make a statement? Is it true that a private detective was hired and called in to examine the bodies? When was the bunker found? News reporter 3. Who is the caller? Eileen, mumbling. I need a cup of coffee. Walks away as the news reporters demand more answers. Answers they do not have. She walks up to the bunker where Homie and Neon are standing. So we have no leads. Homie. I mean, yes and no. Whoever is responsible for this is the killer, I would guess. We need to get in that safe. Eileen, I have an idea. Serge might be mad. Neon, what are you going to do? Elon smirks. Just a little safe cracking. If Serge asks, I'm on my lunch. Walks away. Neon facepalms. I wish I could say this is the first time this happened. The forensic guy walks up with a piece of paper and hands it to Neon and walks away. Neon, so pistol caliber. Homie. Actually, that is. If we could date the bodies, we could search for the pistol purchases in the area around that time. Neon, that's assuming it's registered. Homie, that's a start. Neon, have you ever been on a case before? Neon, usually in more rural areas. This is my first time on a major case. Neon, whatever you are charging, you need to charge more. Homie, if I did it for the money, I would have been a lawyer. Neon, too late for a career change? They both laugh as Leon walks back holding a plasma cutter and a wielding mask. Why do you just have a plasma cutter, Eileen? Why are you asking questions? Willful blindness. Neon, I swear to God, if you get me in trouble again, I will not buy us donuts anymore. Eileen winks. You can't stop me. Neon, that's the sad part. Homie, I think under the circumstances, you shouldn't get in trouble. Neon, I think the circumstances led us to this point. Eileen, be right back. With a smirk, she walks into the bunker. Act 2, Scene 3, Flashback, Book Escape. We see Dave sitting there with a children's book. It's a tongue twister book. And he is saying each line perfectly as if he already memorized the entire book. Then throws a book. Dave, useless, useless! I know all these books. I am ready to wander around. Stick deep in my brain. He glances at a book on a high-to-reach shelf. Maybe, no! Mommy never told me never. Never to touch the forbidden book is a sin. But maybe a glance. Stands up and walks closer to the bookshelf. Mommy wouldn't be angry if I had a quick look, would she? Another step closer. He looks at the cage which has extra duct tape on it. looking uneasy and unsure of himself. Dave, just a quick peek. You won't kill me. He goes to reach for the book, holding it in his hand. The title of the book is worn and unreadable. It almost resembles a phone book. He goes to open it, starting to breathe heavily. His eyes date around the room, constantly glancing at the cage. Dave. Just a quick glance. He goes to open it, then drops it, falling to his knees and being swallowed whole by hysterics. Dave. No! No, I will not be the beast. I'm a good boy. A good boy I am. Never disobey Mommy. I'm sorry, Mommy. I'll be a good boy. I'm a good boy. Shut up! I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I speak no evil. I swear I hear no evil. Mommy, I'm a good boy, right? Covers his ears, hearing something that's not there. No, shut up. Dissonant, so that Mommy loves me. Mommy loves me. I'm a good boy I am. He collapsed, mumbling, I am a good boy. Act 2, Scene 4, Crime Scene 4. Aileen has cut open the safe, the plasma cutter beside her, finding a pistol and birth certificate, along with some ammo and knives. Aileen, Homie, and Neon stand in front of the safe. Homie. Well, we found the gun. What's the date on the birth certificate? Aileen. 1983. So he's 32 years old, has been trapped down here for 32 years. Full name, Dave Matthews Deerreed? Homie. That answers one of our questions. Mind if I have a closer look? Neon. Be our guest. Homie kneels down, look inside the safe. He cocks his head confused. Aileen. What is it? Homie. The welding on the back of is wrong. It's been hand welded on, not naturally. Safe. Doesn't have the same welding marks. Aileen. How did you notice that, homie? My dad was a metal worker. I know hand welding when I see it. Aileen smirks. And I know an excuse to use power tools when I see it. Neon, shaking his head. Go ahead. God knows I can't stop you. Aileen puts on the welding mask and uses a plasma cutter to cut the back of the safe open. There lies a journal and a key entitled In Case of Emergency. Aileen takes the mask off. Man, I love that thing. Neon, you enjoy that tool way too much. Homie, every step closer leads us farther away from the answer, it seems. We need to open that journal and see what it says. Although I don't know if that's... Aileen drops it and it opens on the floor. Legal. Aileen, oops. Well, now we just so happen to be able to glance at it. For an officer, you really don't respect the law. Aileen, the faster we figure out what the hell is going on, the faster we can go home. Neon, Serge is going to chew you up like gum. Aileen shrugs. Wouldn't be the first time. Neon, won't be the last. Homie, perhaps I should glance at it so the fault falls on me. Aileen, be my guest. Homie kneels down and looks through it. The first page is a layout of the bunker. The second is a layout of some butcher shop. Then the rest of it is keeping track of sales of said shop. Homie flips back to the first page. One of the walls is crossed out, with lines of a room slightly erased. Aileen looks at the page. That's strange. Homie, it's like they wanted to hide something. It looks like it would be in that room. Points to the bedroom. Aileen, I'm calling Serge to figure out what we can do. Neon, get the forensic guy to put the gun aside as evidence. Neon, you got it. Pronounce the sergeant's name right first, though, please. Aileen walks away, heading up the stairs of the bunker. Homie flips the journal over and looks at the copyright. Neon, what does it say? Homie, 1975. The first sales were on March 20th, 1975. Go tell Neon. Aileen, sorry. This actually helps us a lot. Neon walks to Aileen and Homie stands up, looking around. Act 2, Scene 5. Mental health arrest. Dave is being loaded into an ambulance. The EMTs are being careful, and Dave is confused but cooperative. It's late at night. Dave, am I sick? What's going on? AM2-1. No, you just need a little help. We're gonna get you somewhere you can get help. Dave. What about the others? The bodies were left behind. EMT1. Don't worry, the people at the place you're going will take care of that. Just be calm. Dave. Where's Mommy and Daddy? EMT1. We don't know. Sorry, bud. Dave. They'll be out of work now. EMT2. Work? Looks at EMT1. Dave. Yeah, they owned a butcher shop. They always told me when I was old enough I would learn the family trade that they would come back to me. EMT1 looks at EMT2. Yeah, they're working extra hard. You know, it's tough times right now in 2015. We got you, bud. We'll take care of you. Dave. Okay. EMT2 walks off to tell Cyril about what happened. Act 2, Scene 6, flashback, waiting. Dave is sitting at the table, 3 plates, dirty and greasy, are arranged with forks and spoons. He has set the table. Dave. Mommy will be back home, and Daddy, I know it, any minute. Now they will be here. They love me, they protect me! They must be working late tomorrow. Tonight. Dave looks at the cage, then the staircase, then back at the cage. Dave. Maybe I should let the beast out. A look of fear comes over his eyes as he stands up and walks over to the cage, cowering. Dave. You're not gonna hurt me, right? You promise? He unravels the duct tape. The lock's broken and shattered, falls to the floor as he reaches his hand into the cage, putting the sock puppet on his hand. Dave, behave, beast. Please, Mommy wants me to be a good boy. He makes the sock puppet talk. The beast. You're not loved by her. We need to get out. This place is wretched. They're not coming back. They never do. Dave. Don't say that! They will! They said they will! The beast. People lie. We need to leave them behind and escape. Dave. No! 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 Mommy loves us. Mommy protects us. But maybe you're right. I mean, one glance up the stairs would hurt. The beast. Exactly. Just a quick peek. Dave looks at the stairs. I can't do this! I can't! The beast. Then I will. The hand holding the beast pushes forward and practically drags Dave to the stairs. Looking up them, we see bunker doors. 2 bear traps lay outside the bunker doors, and Dave starts to cry. Dave. Mommy will be back! Mommy loves us! We're not here to be loved! We're here to be protected! The beast. Oh, get over yourself. She's not coming back. We need to leave. I mean, wouldn't it be better to have a meal that's not rotten flesh? Dave. No! We gotta leave! No! That goes against Mommy's orders. Mommy loves us. Mommy loves us. Dave starts fighting with his hands as the beast tries to go up the stairs. He eventually falls backwards, hitting the back of his head against the wall. He starts bleeding as he rips off the sock puppet, throwing it in the cage. Stumbling and lucid, he grabs a roll of duct tape and grabs the lock, duct taping the cage multiple times as he falls to his knees, in absolute hysterics, crying and screaming. We're not here to be loved! We're not here to be loved! Act 2, Scene 7, The Strangers Down the Street. 3 kids are standing at the corner of a 4-way stop. 2 of them have bikes and they have stereotypical 80s clothing. It's nighttime and the streetlights are illuminating the streets. Across from them is a butcher shop that says Darred Meats, with the slogan, "You meet us, no one else can beat us." A post holding up a transmission line has a missing poster of a child. Another one has a missing poster of a cat. Child 1. Yeah, those shop owners are weird. Child 2, looking at the butcher shop. Yeah, who the hell is open this late? Child 3 laughs. Someone with way too much time. Child 2, did you hear? They had a son, but no one has seen him since. Child 1, yeah, they're strange. I walked in there with my dad, and they told me my dad has strong muscles. My dad laughed it off, but I overheard him telling my mom that was weird. Child 3, they also said that to my mom. Rumor has it they're responsible for the missing kids and animals. Child 1, we should totally sneak in there. Child 3, are you crazy? Have you lost your mind? Child 1, what? It'd be fun. Child 2 watches as the open sign and the lights illuminating the butcher shop turn off. I mean, it would answer a lot of questions. Child 3, some questions are best left unanswered. Child 1, I'm just saying, what's the worst that we can see? Maybe we can get some free salami. Child 3, that's if we can make it out with our hands intact. Child 2, I mean, it would be fun. Child 3, no, Mom would kill me before they did. Child 1, we're just doing some investigative works. We're like journalists. Child 2, if journalists were criminals. Child 3, you two are crazy. Child 1, are you chickening out? Bark, bark. Child 3, no, I'm just being a smart one. Child 2, someone's a chicken, someone's a chicken. Child 3, fine. When are we going to do this? Child 1, tomorrow, middle of the night. No one will know it was us. We'll meet here tomorrow. Child 3, fine. As they walk away, a woman matching the description of Dave's mother's stares at them through the window, holding a butcher's knife and wearing an apron covered in presumably animal blood. Act 3, Scene 1, Foreign. It's nighttime, but Dave is wide awake. He's sitting on a hospital bed inside a psych ward bedroom. He looks worried and stressed, the night light's on. He looks out the window, almost akin to a child, eventually grabbing a sock and putting it on his hand. He smiles at it. Dave, sorry, Julia. It's the best I could do right now. I hope this will me too. Imitates the sock talking. Julia, it's okay. I know this must be tough being in a foreign place. Dave, I know. I don't know where I am. Is this the beast's fault? I shouldn't have listened to him. Julia, it's okay. I have you. You should get some rest. You seem tired, honey. Dave, that's because I am. I can't sleep. The beast won't let me. Julia, I'll talk to him. Just lay down. Get some rest. Dave, thank you. Try. A psych nurse walks up to the door. Trent, are you okay? Dave, yeah. Just stressed out. Tired. Trent, would you like melatonin? Dave, what's melatonin? Trent, it's a gummy medication that helps you sleep. Fucking hell. Dave, Mommy never let me take medications. She said it spoils the meats in my bones. Trent, well, I won't tell her. Thanks. Dave, okay. Trent, who are you talking to? Dave holds up the sock puppet. Julia. She's my big sister. Julia, hi. Trent, hi, Julia. Let me go get the melatonin. If you need anything, some staff members will be out there. Dave, okay. Act 3, Scene 3, Flashback Family Dinner. The dinner table is set as Dave eats a piece of rotten mangled flesh, kicking his legs like a child. The book he had picked up is on the floor. Dave, looking at the book. Mommy won't be angry, right? I mean, just a quick look, right? Maybe you're right, Beast. He walks over to the cage, unraveling it, and pulling out the beast, putting it on his hand. He walks over to the book. Dave, even though you tried to escape and disobey Mommy's orders, I'll let you read this with me, okay? But you cannot go anywhere. Makes the sock puppet talk. The beast, you have my word. Dave takes a second and opens the book. The minute it opens, he cowers before it, terrified. He takes a minute and looks at it. It's a phone book. Numbers crossed out as if I hit list. Dave. What are these numbers? The Beast. Damn it! Dave. Don't swear! Mommy doesn't want to say those wicked words! The Beast. We need to get out of here! Dave starts fighting with his hand again, which the hand tries to drag him to the staircase. He fights, reaching for a fork. He keeps fighting as he raises the fork. Dave, don't make me! The Beast, you wouldn't! Dave, stop! The Beast, it's for your own good! Dave plants the fork into his hand. His blood squirts all over the book. Dave screams hysterically in absolute pain, blood gushing from his hand. He takes out the fork and the sock puppet, rushing over to the cage and slamming it in there. He runs over to a medical kit and rips it open, his hand and arm covered in blood. He aggressively grabs gauze and wraps his hand in it, so right that it hurts. He winces and whines in pain like a child. Dave. Sorry, Mike! I'm sorry! I'm a good boy! I know, I'm not here to be loved! I'm here to be protected, you're protected! Nurse me! Nursing, nursing! Speak no evil! The Beast is evil, I'm not evil, I'm a fish! I'm a fish! Act 3, Scene 4, the second interview. Dave is sitting on a hard plastic chair. A doctor sits across from him, dressed professionally. He's middle-aged and has been working here a while. His credentials hang up on the wall along with his award certificate. This is a man who has a deep passion and pride for not only himself, but his job. Stephen. It's nice to meet you, Dave. You ever been admitted before? Do you know why you're here today? Dave, mind is spinning. His head is in confusion. What do you mean? Stephen. Have you ever been to the hospital before? Dave, no. Mommy said they were evil. They poisoned my strong muscles. Stephen, well, I assure you, we are far from evil. Take some notes. How old would you say you are? Dave, I don't know. Stephen, do you know what year it is? Or month it is? Dave, what's a year or month? Stephen takes another note. Can you tell me how you're feeling? Dave looks outside. Scared. Very, very scared. Stephen, why is that? Dave, I don't know why or where I am. Stephen, well, if you have anything you want or need to talk about, you can talk to me. Dr. Stephen, you're here because you need some help. We can help you, but we also need you to help yourself. Alright? Dave, okay. What's wrong with you? Stephen, nothing's wrong with you. You just need some help. You're not broken. Far from it. Dave, you're going to help me? Stephen, as long as you let me, then yes. Dave, can I have some socks and googly eyes then? Stephen, oh, weird request, but sure. I don't see why not. May I ask why? Dave, the voices need a bother you. Luke is cold, so cold. Stephen, oh, writes down a note. Yeah, can you tell me more about Luke? Dave, yeah. He's my stepfather. See, my father never spent time with me, so Luke came around. He's so nice. He just kept talking and eventually asked for a body. So I gave him one once. He's so nice. Stephen jots down another note. Well, I have to see other patients, but if you have any questions, please ask me. It was nice meeting you, Dave. Please ask to see me if you need to. Dave, you too. Stephen, make sure to participate in group. You can learn some great coping skills and have fun. Have a good one, Dave. Act 3, Scene 4, Strangers. The three children are standing around a lamppost, looking at the butcher shop, which is now closed. Child 1, I brought the spare lockpick that my dad had. Child 3, I still think this is a really bad idea. Child 1, you can't check it out now. Child 3, fine, let's just get this over with. Child 1, that's the spirit. They walk up to the butcher shop's door, and child one unlocks the door, opening it. They walk in. The room is cold, and it looks like your stereotypical butcher shop. Child one and child two are looking around curiously. All looking around. Child three stands at the entrance. Child three, guys, I really don't think this is a smart idea. Child one, come on, we're just having a little fun. Child two, let's go explore the back. Child three, fine, but then we need to go. They walk to the back, walking into a pitch-black freezer. They shiver as child one looks for the light switch. It smells of death and decay, and this looming feeling that something is wrong comes over them. Child three, we really need to go. Child one, relax, where's the light switch? Still searching. Child three, we shouldn't be here. Child one, relax, no one's here, we're good. Finds the light switch. Ah! Child one flips the switch. They see human bodies hung on hooks and mangled. The butcher shop has been feeding the town bodies. They are unrecognizable, around 5 to 7 of them. They look horrified. Child 3, we need to go now! Child 1, what the fuck? The door behind them slams, and they turn around. A woman is standing there with a butcher knife in hand. She backs the children to the corner. More meat for the grinder. Their screams pierce the darkened veil of night. Act 3, Scene 5. Crime Scene 5. Elon, Neon, and Homie are sitting in the precinct. They all have a cup of coffee and a dozen donuts. They all look tired and stressed. Aline, so the phone book had numbers crossed out and those people are not alive. The butcher shop has been out of business for 5 years. His parents presumably owned the butcher shop, and we still don't know why that room is crossed out in the layout. Homie, the parents would still be alive, albeit old. Neon, I have some officers asking the families of the people crossed out on the phone book. Apparently 3 children went missing in 1985, and the bodies date back to 1980. Homie, this had to be planned. This is way too calculated not to be. We need to do a search. Find the parents of Dave. That's where our answers lie. Elon. Neon, go get some officers, make some calls, see who can get involved. Homie, I would like you to come with me, and we will figure out why that room is crossed out. Alright? Neon and Homie. Alright. Act 3, Scene 6. Art Therapy. Dave is sitting at the table in the main room of the psych ward. He's drawing with crayons as the other patients are also drawing in the middle of art therapy. He has a sock puppet on his hand. Dave, that's a pretty picture, Stacy. Imitates the sock puppet talking. Stacy, I know. It's a picture of Mommy. You're a great big brother. I thought we could give it to her when you get out of here and back to the bunker's protection. Dave, aw, you're always so thoughtful. Stacy, thank you, big brother. The doctor from earlier walks up with a smile. Steven, hey Dave, I hope I'm not interrupting anything. Can I talk to you for a second? Dave, sure. Bye, Stacy. Stacy, bye. Dave puts down the sock puppet and follows the doctor into the same room they were in before. They take the same seats. Steven, so I have to be honest with you. The police officers who sent you here is asking me if they can talk to you. Dave, did I do something wrong? Steven, well, no, she just wants to talk to you. From the call, it seems like she was concerned. Dave, Mommy would be angry, though. She never liked police officers. Steven, I think Mommy would appreciate it. I think she would really appreciate it if you talk to them. They are only trying to understand. Dave, alright, I will. Steven, thank you. They will be here at 3. Dave, what do you mean 3? Steven, 3 o'clock. Dave, cocks head in confusion. What's that? Steven, it's time. Do you know how to read a clock? Dave, no. Mommy never put clocks in the bunker. Steven points to the analog clock on the wall. See, when the small hand reaches 3, they will be here, alright? It's 1 o'clock now. Okay, Dave? Dave, got it, thank you. Oh, and if you see Mommy, can you give her a drawing me and Stacy made? Steven, sure, where is it? Dave, I'll hand it to you. They both walk out of the room as the clock ticks closer to 30. Act 3, Scene 7. Flashback, Catherine. Dave wakes up in his bed. It is the start of a new day. He smiles and does the same exact routine he does every day. He makes coffee, talks to the sock puppets, feeds on the decayed bodies, feeds the beast, gets comforted by Julia. Then, after calming down, he stands up. Dave, you're new. Who are you? Catherine? Nice to meet you. Yes, I will give you a body. Smiles and grabs a sock out of the drawer and googly eyes from the drawer in the main room as he assembles it. He looks for yarn, but he's out of yarn. He puts it on the arm wrapped in gauze. There, nice to meet you, Catherine. Imitates the sock puppet talking. Catherine, it's nice to be here. Dave smiles and looks at the beast. Then Catherine. That's good. You say you have something you need to talk to me about? Catherine. Yeah. You need to escape this bunker. You're decaying. You can't be here anymore. The beast is right. 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 Dave looks at the cage as Catherine repeats that line again and again and again and again, getting more and more hysterical. Act 1, Scene 1, Crime Scene 6. Homie and Eileen are standing in front of a wall in the bedroom. They look at each other. Homie. Well, this is the wall. If this layout is right, there's a room behind here. Eileen looks at Homie. Can you turn around real quick? Just, well, I'll turn around-y. Homie. Sure. Turns around. Eileen kicks the wall as if breaking down a door. It collapses as we find it was a fake wall. It's a small room with shelving and a landline. On the shelving are documents and other such things. Eileen. Well, there's our answer. Homie. So they must have made calls here. That's what the list is for. Look, the landline has an address etched into it. Eileen looks. Yeah, you're right. Pulls down some of the files. These are labeled Butcher Shop. Takes a file out and reads it. This page has the certification of the shop owner's and address, and it's the same address as the one on the landline. A lead! Hell yeah! Yeah! Woo! Homie, we need to read through these documents to find out everything we can. Whose name is on the certificate? Eileen, 2 names actually. Martha K. DeReed and Jeffrey H. DeReed. Homie, there's our leads. Act 4, Scene 2, Thicker Cut. The butcher shop from earlier is open, and the woman who had murdered the kids earlier, husband, is now standing at the register selling meat to passing customers. The woman is in the back, presumably cutting up the bodies of the children she had just murdered. Officer walks in, and the children are nowhere to be seen, which he is there to find and ask them about. Officer, hi. We got reports that 3 children went missing. They were apparently around here. Do you know anything about them? Martha, nope. We've never seen them. Officer, well, if you do, can you call me? Hands her a piece of paper and looks at some grounded up meat. There's a buy 1 pound, get 1 pound free. Good sale. Mind if I get some? Martha, sure. How many pounds? We just got that last night. The meat is young and fresh. Officer, 2 pounds. My wife's making meatloaf tonight. Martha, sure. Jeffrey, 2 pounds of the ground beef. The fresh ones from last night. Jeffrey smiles. Right away, honey. Walks to the back. Martha, anything else, officer? Officer, nope. Do you have a place to hang up a flyer? Martha, I could hang one up. Yeah. Officer, here, hands her the flyer. Martha, you know, I think I saw them 2 days ago up by the lamppost, points out the window. It's a shame they went missing. They were so young and fresh. And looked pretty strong, too. I hope you can find them. They definitely could be athletes. I mean, they have muscles. Officer, that's one way of putting it. How much is the pounds going to cost me? Martha, oh, let me see. About $1.25. Officer hands her the money. Keep me updated. Okay, thanks. Jeffrey walks in and hands him the meat. He walks out and Martha looks at Jeffrey. They'll never know. Did you look at the phone book list? Jeffrey, yep. Next order's coming in around 7. Martha, good job, honey. Jeffrey walks back over to some meat he has on a cutting board and starts slicing it. Hummy. Mary had a little lamb. Act 4, Scene 4, Flashback. Caricature of madness. Dave is standing in front of two torn-up sock puppets, crying and laughing hysterically. The Beast is on one hand and Catherine on the other. Dave, hysterical, screaming, "You made me do this! You made me do this, you beast! You monsters! Oh, Catherine! Oh, you're so loud! You just don't know where to shut up! I'll fix that! The word I hear to be loved! Loved! Loved!" He walks over to the mid kit, which he got the gauze from, and pulls out a sewing kit meant for makeshift stitching, laughing hysterically. "Dave, oh, I'll make you shut up. I'll make you shut up, Catherine. You whore. You're so loud. It hurts my auditory. You're so loud. Yeah, my head. I don't need you. You speak such evil. I'm a fish in a closed-off ocean. I'm protected. Laughing more. He starts fighting with his hand, screaming loudly as if he is in pain. He rips it off and throws the sock puppet off, which is the Beast. He laughs more and more, grabbing the sewing kit. "Dave, oh, Catherine, you poor whore! You don't know how to shop! I'll fix that. I'll clean up that miserable mind you have!" He starts stitching up the puppet, cutting into his flesh as he starts to bleed. "You don't know when to quit! No, never! You'll never know how to be quiet! I mean, we just met today and you're the loudest speaking voice! You bitch! Now you can't talk! You'll speak no more evil!" He sits down, laughing and singing the line, "No more evil! No more evil!" repeatedly over and over again to himself. Eventually he quiets down and looks at the Beast, almost childlike. His hand, which his sock puppet is sewed onto, bleeding through the sock as he crawls over to the Beast, crying. He picks it up and puts it on his hand. The Beast. "Finally. Now you're listening." Dave, soft-spoken and childlike. "I can't do this anymore. Mommy's never coming back. I don't remember how long it's been since I've seen her. She doesn't love me. She abandoned me. The Beast, calm down. You can make it out. Let's go up the stairs." Dave walks up the stairs before stopping to the last few steps of the bunker, where two bear traps lay. He looks at them. The Beast, go down to the table. Dave, okay. He goes to the table. The Beast, grab the saw. Dave, okay. He grabs the saw. The Beast, saw off the arm of the corpse, from the shoulder, straight down. Dave grabs the saw and cuts the arm off of the corpse. A disgusting, meaty gush of noise echoes off the walls. Dave, I did it. What's next? The Beast, put it in the bear trap. Dave grabs the arm and walks over to the stairs. He walks up and triggers the bear traps. They snap on the arm as rotten blood splatters everywhere. The stench is powerful, as if death itself did not put on deodorant. The Beast, now walk out. Dave, what if we shouldn't? I mean, Mommy might come back, right? The Beast, you know the truth. Dave, doesn't mean I have to believe it. The Beast, oh, but you do. That's why you're here. The fish is all grown up. It's ready to leave. It's ready to leave the nest. Come on, open the bunker doors. Dave, trembling. I can't. The Beast, do you want me to? Dave. Yes, please. The Beast. Alright. The Beast tries to open the door, but as we already know, it's locked from the outside. He keeps trying, failing each time, getting more and more frustrated as he starts slamming against the bunker doors. The sound is dissonant and loud. It bounces off the bunker walls. The Beast eventually stops, not being able to say anything. Dave looks pissed. Dave. You lied. The Beast. Wait, we can do this. We can escape. Dave, you lied! The Beast. Wait. There's a way out. I can offer clarity. Just give me a second. Dave. Clarity! 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 Oh, I feel so clear like water. The river! He looks at the hand with Catherine on it. Runs red, crimson red, but you lied. That's clear, you lied! So clear, you lied! Liar, liar, liar! Starts screaming incoherently and laughing. The Beast, wait, there's an explanation. We can solve this. Just give me a little time, Dave. I gave you too much time! So much time! Dave rips off the sock puppet and he heads downstairs, grabbing a roll of duct tape as he goes back upstairs and grabs a sock puppet, duct taping it to a fan, laughing hysterically, mumbling, "We're not here to be loved. We're not here to be loved. We're not here to be loved," over and over again. He looks at Catherine, the sock puppet, which is crimson red. He turns on the fan. Dave, "No, Catherine, you're so naive. I listened to the Beast, but look where that led me. But that's okay. That's okay. Just fucking dandy, you know. I should make the bunker home. I mean, Mommy would be so proud. She'll be back. She'll be back. Back. Back." He laughs and heads over to the table. He grabs a saw and slices the palm of his hand, laughing hysterically as he screams inherently, painting the words, "We're not here to be loved," on the wall with his blood, staring at the wall. A bunch of SWAT cars and police cars arrive in front of a typical suburban home. They rush out, heading to different areas of the house, taking their position, guns aimed at the door. Eileen walks up to the door with 3 SWAT officers, and they pound on the door. Eileen, yelling, "Cleveland PD, open the door! We know Martha DeReed and Jeffrey DeReed are here. You have to the count of 5 to open the door or we are barging in." A couple of SWAT officers head to the back of the house as crowd gathers around, along with news reporters. Eileen, 1, looks at the SWAT officers next to her. 2, looks back to the door, tightens her grip on the gun. 3, she makes a hand signal to get ready to kick down the door. 4, she takes a deep breath. 5, they bust down the door and rush in. The door shatters against the ground as we hear running, and the door swinging open and slamming shut. They're running to the back! Eileen rushes past the kitchen, which is scrubbed clean, and heads out the back door, where SWAT officers have Martha and Jeffrey pinned to the ground. Eileen, could have done this the easy way. She walks over and starts reading their Miranda rights. Act 4, Scene 5. Headlines. The news reporters smile at the camera. They're live on the scene of the arrest. News reporter. We're live at the scene of the crime. They finally found the suspect behind the mysterious bunker incident from a few days ago. As you can see behind me, they are currently being detained as a private detective homie makes his way through the building. We are still waiting for a comment on the police force. Behind the news reporter, Jeffrey and Martha are being put in the back of a SWAT car as Sergeant walks up to the news reporter. "And with us today, the police sergeant. Sergeant, what do you have to say?" Sergeant, first, I'd like to thank my team of officers and detectives of the Cleveland PD who helped crack this case. We are grateful for their service to this case. I'd also like to say we are sorry to all the families that were impacted by this. Tomorrow we will be taking testimonies from families affected. If you had anyone who went missing in the area around the 1980s to 1990s, we will be taking your testimonies and do the best we can to find you the answers you deserve. Thank you, and remember, we're here to serve you. Act 4, Scene 6. Aftermath. The doctor is sitting down with Dave and Cyril in a visiting room. Cyril, sorry I didn't come at the time I said I would. Something came up. Dave, that's fine. Looks at Dr. Stephen. Did you give the drawing to Mommy? Stephen sits there quietly. Cyril, should I tell them? Looks at Stephen. Stephen nods. Cyril, your parents were arrested. Dave, why? Cyril, many reasons. What they did to you was wrong. That's an understatement. If they're lucky, they'll serve a lifetime in prison or death penalty. At the worst, at least in your eyes. Either way, you probably won't see them again. Dave, jaw wide open. The Beast was right. The Beast was right. The Beast was right. Cyril, I'm sorry, but I have good news. Dave. That being? Cyril, I want to adopt you. You deserve a loving home. You need somewhere safe. I want to fill out the paperwork, but I wanted to make sure it was okay with you. tearing up. Nothing can undo what was done to you, but you're the first person I interviewed who I really cared for, so do you want me to? Dave. Yes. Cyril. You sure? Dave, the beast was right. My mother was never coming back. That's the truth, and I see it now. I want to be with someone who actually loves me. I was there because she didn't love me. She didn't protect me. The beast did. So, alright. I'll work on the adoption papers. Can I give you a hug? Dave nods and they hug, both of them tearing up. So, can you promise me something, Dave? Dave, yes? So, to be 100% cooperative with Dr. Stephen here. He's only trying to help. Dave, yes. I will. Cyril, thank you. The police department wants you to show up and testify against your mother in court. Are you open to that? Dave, yes. Cyril nods and hugs him again. Act 4, Scene 8. Testimony. The news reporter is standing in the studio, and the lights and cameras come on. News reporter. It's been a long year, but it seems justice was finally served. The son of Martha and Jeffrey DeReed, David DeReed, along with the victims of their reign of terror, have testified in court. The jury ruled them guilty, and they will be put to death in 2027. It seems this horrifying story comes to a close. And all is well. Hopefully everyone involved, including the officers, can heal and recover from this horror. Thank you all for keeping up with this can of worms. But finally, justice has been served. Now it's just time to wait.